There's one niche that people absolutely go crazy over. People absolutely love their shoes.
Damn, Daniel.
People purchase them to wear, people purchase them to work out, people purchase them to just hang around the house, people purchase them to have them on display.
I like your shoes. Where'd you get them?
Today's video is going to focus all about the top shoes that you can start dropshipping, along with the top suppliers that you can start sourcing them from. Now, if you want everything that I'm talking about in today's video, including all of the different links, tips and tricks, and suggestions, just go ahead and leave a comment down below with the word #shoe dropshipping, and let me know which one of these shoes was your favorite. Which one do you plan on selling? Do you plan on selling multiple ones of these? Let me know down in the comments below. Once I see that you went ahead and did that, I'll reply back with a link to the cheat sheet. Now, shoes are always trending, whether it be for men, women, kids, whoever it's for. Shoes are always a trending topic. They're great gifts to get and receive. They're collector's items. There's a particular type of shoe for literally any occasion, whether it be going out, working out, hanging out, going to work, going to church, going to the supermarket, going for a walk, going for a run. There's a shoe for every single activity or occasion out there. So to kick things off, the first category that we're going to be looking into is going to be women's shoes. Now, when it comes to women's shoes, there's quite the variety of shoes. Women will have a pair of shoe for every single occasion. While most men are just going to have maybe 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, women are going to have a lot. Like, it's just too much to count.
I have a lot of shoes.
Now, one of the most popular types of shoes that there are for women are clogs. Clogs can be found from practically any supplier and are a very common type of shoe. Now, right now, I am showing you one of our top suppliers, and that is Target. Target has some fantastic customer service, and of course, everyone loves Target. Who doesn't love Target?
I love Target.
Target offers some extremely quick shipping, some extremely good customer service, and they also have the Red Card, which gives you, for 1, an extended return window, 2, up to 5% cash back on most of your orders, and 3, 2-day shipping. Aside from clogs, closed-toe sandals are also another huge hit. These are popular year-round, and for the most part are even more popular in places that have pretty hot or humid weather. So places like Florida, California, Texas, especially during the summertime. And probably one of the most common types of shoes that I've seen women wear have to be flat sandals. They wear these literally everywhere. And one of the top places that you can source them is definitely going to be Walmart. Now, on Walmart, you have some pretty quick shipping, some fantastic customer service, and my personal favorite, the price match policy. So let's say you source your products today for $15. Tomorrow they go on sale for $10. So right there you're thinking, oh, if I would have just waited one more day to source this product, I would have saved an extra $5. But that's where the price match policy comes in. If you contact Walmart and you show them your proof of purchase, they'll do the price adjustment and return those $5 to you. Every dollar saved is a dollar earned. Right there, you just made $5 extra. If you can find a supplier with a price match policy, then you better use them. You have so much potential for so much more profits with that. And also, for those that love exploring, there's also hiking sandals for women. Now, let's say, for example, you find a pair of hiking sandals in supplier A. Now, you're not using that particular supplier for whatever reason, but you still want to be able to offer them. In this case, let's assume that you're using CJ Dropshipping, but they also don't have it available there either. So what do? Well, you're using CJ Dropshipping. They have a sourcing option. So in this case, what you can do is you can reach out to the company and you can let them know that you're looking for this particular product. In which case, what's going to happen is they're going to start looking for that particular product from various suppliers. So that way they can add it to their marketplace. So what happens there is you can request for a particular product to be added to CJ Dropshipping's inventory, so then you can source it to dropship. It's a very convenient way of sourcing different products, especially if you're preferring a supplier such as CJ Dropshipping. And that's why CJ Dropshipping is also one of our top suppliers on this list. On top of the product sourcing, you also have a ton of other benefits. For one, you have one of the widest product ranges imaginable. On top of that, their shipping times are pretty quick. Of course, they do have some slower shipping times, but you do have the option to choose faster shipping. And aside from that, one of my personal favorite benefits is the fact that they offer print on demand. With print on demand, you can print your designs on various different items, including shoes, t-shirts, socks, shower curtains, mouse pads, literally anything you can think of. Now, here's one very important tip that you should all follow when offering any kinds of shoes, and that is to offer a sizing chart. Shoes are all going to fit differently. So most likely you're going to have a different size chart for each pair of shoes that you have. That's why it's crucial that you have a sizing chart on your product page. All right, so that does it for the women's shoes. Now let's move on to men's shoes. Next up, we have flip-flops for men. And personally, these are actually my favorite. I literally wear flip-flops everywhere. If I'm not wearing Crocs, I'm wearing flip-flops. So one of the biggest suppliers that you can source your flip-flops from has to be Banggood. Now Banggood offers quite the variety of different options, and one of the best things about them is the fact that everything that's sold by Banggood is also shipped by Banggood. So they don't work with other sellers, they don't work with third-party sellers. Everything that you source from them is going to be shipped directly from them. Another huge thing that I absolutely love about Banggood is the fact that there is a promotion, a coupon, or some way to save money every single day. The moment you sign on to the website, you're prompted with a coupon. So if you're shopping from Banggood, you can expect some pretty good savings. Leather sandals are also another huge seller. People love leather. They love the quality of leather, they love the feel of leather, and they love the luxurious look of leather. Slides for men are also another huge hitter. There seems to be a debate whether flip-flops or slides are better. Which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments below. But I know a lot of other people that love slides. They swear by them and they'll literally wear them everywhere. Next up, we have basketball shoes. These are probably the most versatile and the most seen shoes that you're gonna see anywhere. These are also the ones that most people also collect. So right now I'm showing you all of the different options on eBay because this is one of the best websites that you can use to source unique shoes. On top of that, you can also find collector's items on here. So you can find limited run shoes, shoes that have been discontinued, and shoes that people are really willing to pay top dollar for. When I tell you that people are willing to pay top dollar for these sneakers, there are people that are willing to pay over $1,000, even $2,000 for some of these pairs. It's absolutely crazy. The collector's market for shoes is absolutely insane. There's so many different retail shoe resellers that I've seen that it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how popular shoes are and how much money they can make you. Slip-on sneakers are also another huge seller. These are super lucrative. People absolutely love to wear these. Me personally, I prefer slip-ons rather than the ones with shoelaces because it's just easier to get up and go. Next up, we have outdoor running shoes for men. And for this, I'm showing you Shein as our supplier. So on Shein, they have quite a good amount of different types of shoes. And contrary to popular belief, they don't only sell clothing for women. They sell literally everything. Shein at this point has become a supplier where you can find a little bit of almost everything. Now, one of the reasons to source your products from Shein is because they have some really good prices. Like, look at these. These shoes are only at $8.15. These are just under $7, and these are just under $8. When it comes to running shoes, people like to purchase them so they can simply go running, and that's pretty much it. They're not really to impress anybody. They're not to go out. They're to get down and dirty on the track and essentially get healthy. So because of that, a lot of people don't really want to spend premium prices for running shoes. People don't want to spend $120 or $150 for those. You can source these just under 10 bucks and you can sell them for $50 or $60. Steel toe boots are up next for all of those workers in the construction industry. And these can be pretty expensive, especially if you buy brand name ones. So this is another reason why you can source these from Shein and sell them at a lower price. These are to get dirty and protect your feet. That's it. You have some that start at $40, some at $22, and on average, they're going to be between $20 to $30 more or less. So taking some of these, you can also offer these for just under the crazy retail prices that others are offering them at and sell them for just about $100, maybe even 80. Now, for the most part, guys aren't going to be the best at purchasing multiple shoes. A lot of the times, men, whenever they go into a mall, they go straight for what they want and then they get right back out. Same goes for online shopping. They're going to find what they want, purchase it, and done. I'm out of here. So one thing that you can do to actually start making a bit extra money, increase your average order value, and upsell is simply by utilizing cross-selling techniques. Is simply add different apps to your Shopify store, if that's what you're using, that can recommend different products. So when they're at the checkout page, you can say this belt would go perfect with this pair of shoes, or this shirt would go perfect with these pairs of shoes. So that way when somebody's checking out, they can simply just see that one little part and they'll think, oh, you know what, that's not a bad idea, and just add to cart. Next up, we have kids shoes. Now, when it comes to kids shoes, people are going to be buying a lot of these. Kids break their shoes, they lose their shoes somehow. Don't ask me how it happens. Kids lose literally everything. Ain't that the truth? When it comes to kids shoes, you need to offer high quality, durable, and comfortable shoes. One really good thing about kids shoes is that this is even more evergreen than men and women's shoes. Kids are always going to be outgrowing their shoes, sometimes multiple times a year. If they don't outgrow them, then they're probably going to end up breaking them somehow, and then the parents are going to have to go buy another pair of shoes. Now, one of the best suppliers when it comes to kids shoes has to be Amazon. On Amazon, you're going to find every single possible kids shoe that you can imagine in every single style and every single size. So on there, you're going to find everything that you need to start offering kids shoes. And the first kids shoes that we're going to cover is the Girls Mary Jane Princess shoe. These are a very unique style and are very popular amongst little girls. These a lot of times are used either for hanging out and going out or for certain events. Ballet slipper flats are up next, and these are one that you can actually create a specific store for. So you can create something like, let's say, a ballet store or a dancing store where you offer multiple different types of accessories for dancers. On there, you can offer things like ballet shoes, different types of dancer shoes, and accessories to go along with it. But ballet is a very popular activity amongst kids, especially little girls, so that's what makes these a very lucrative business. This next one is for the boys out there. For the most part, girls are also going to be enjoying these, but back in my day, we used to have Heelys. Now, Heelys were a particular type of shoe with a wheel on the heel. These would let you ride around everywhere you wanted, and kids absolutely loved them. Nowadays, they have so many different versions that you can choose from that you can even start your own brand. You can find some of these with private labeling services on websites like AliExpress, Alibaba, CJ Dropshipping, or you can go the more generic route and just source them from Amazon. But there are so many different types of wheeled shoes, some that are going to be specific like the Heelys where they have the wheel in the heels, while others are going to have the wheels more towards the center of the shoe. These are extremely popular amongst kids. Do not sleep on these. These are so much fun. As a quick tip for these, offer them in adult sizes. Don't just stick to kids for these. Nowadays, the parents that are purchasing these particular types of shoes more than likely are the same ones that were using the Heelys back in the day. So being able to reach out to somebody and hit them right in the nostalgia, that is really going to be a huge hit. That's something that can really easily convince somebody to purchase something. Nostalgia is a very powerful feeling. Take it from experience. Kids also love colors, which is why colorful slip-on shoes are a huge hit amongst kids as well, especially slip-ons. Kids hate messing with all of those different laces. They hate tying their shoes, pretty much just like me. Also, there's a few different places, specifically schools, that require slip-on shoes, especially for the younger kids. Now, those were our top picks for shoes to dropship, along with some of the best suppliers that you can source them from. Remember, if you want access to everything that you saw in this video in an easy to reference cheat sheet, all you have to do is go ahead and comment down below, hashtag shoe dropshipping, and let me know which one of these shoes was your favorite. Which one of these do you plan on starting to sell in your store? Is it one? Is it multiple? Let me know down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, if you found it enjoyable, if you found it informational, please make sure you smash that like button. Pretty sure if you made it this far, you did find it informational and you liked the video. So if that is the case, also make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, there is going to be a link to a relevant article down in the description below to learn a little bit more about everything that I talked about. And with that, I wish you all nothing but success in your dropshipping business and hope to see you guys next time.